Hello everyone, it's your girl Angelique Michelle, and I'm back with another Project Inspire Positivity video for our summer reset for 2017. So this week we are going to be talking about Success 101 by John C. Maxwell. So let's just jump right into this. I believe we've already discussed how we define success in Attitude 101, so this is just going to go a little bit more in depth with it. So, Success 101, Part 1, the right picture of success. What is success? You cannot achieve what you have not defined. Maltby Babcock said one of the most common mistakes and one of the costliest is thinking that success is due to some genius, some magic, something or other which we do not possess. So, John Maxwell defines success. He says success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefits others. So you have the potential to become a success today. So Henry Ford said that there is no living man who isn't capable of doing more than he thinks that he can do. So what direction should I go in? You will never go farther than your dreams take you. So you need to discover your dream today. The dream starts us on the success journey. Henry Ford said the whole secret of a successful life is to find out what it is one's destiny to do and then do it. So a dream gives us direction. So if you move in any direction other than towards your dream, you'll miss out on the opportunities necessary to be successful. A dream increases our potential. Every opportunity we meet, every resource we discover, every talent we develop becomes a part of our potential to grow towards that dream. The greater the dream, the greater the potential. E. Paul Hovey said, a blind man's world is bound by the limits of his touch, an ignorant man's world by the limits of his knowledge, a great man's world by the limits of his vision. So if your vision, your dream is great, then so is your potential for success. A dream helps us prioritize. A dream gives us hope for the future and also brings us power to the present. A dream adds value to our work. A dream puts everything we do into perspective. A dream predicts our future. Catherine Logan said, a vision foretells what may be ours. It is an invitation to do something. With a great mental picture in mind, we go from one accomplishment to another, using the materials about us only as stepping stones to that which is higher and better and more satisfying. We thus become possessors of the unseen values which are eternal. So where will your dream take you? Dare to dream and act on that dream. Do it in spite of problems, circumstances, and obstacles. History is filled with men and women who faced adversity and achieved success in spite of it. Oliver Wendell Holmes said, the great thing in this world is not so much where we are, but in what direction we are moving. No matter what a person's past may have been, his future is spotless. So what role does failure play in success? You will not succeed unless you are willing to fail. So, people think failure is avoidable. It is not. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Alexander Pope said that. So there are rules for being human. Rule 1, you will learn lessons. Rule 2, there are no mistakes, only lessons. Rule 3, a lesson is repeated until it is learned. Rule 4, if you don't learn the easy lesson, they get harder. Pain is one of the universe's way of getting your attention. Rule 5, you'll know you've learned the lesson when your actions change. Norman Cousins said, the essence of man is imperfection. 2, people think failure is an event. It's not. Just as success is not a single event, neither is failure. 3, people think failure is objective. It's not. 4, people think failure is the enemy. It's not. But it takes adversity to create success. Rick Pitino said, failure is good. It's fertilizer. Everything I've learned about coaching, I've learned from making mistakes. Herbert Brocknell said, the fellow who never makes mistakes takes his order from the one who does. Eloise Ritz said, when we give ourselves permission to fail, we at the same time give ourselves permission to excel. 5, people think failure is irreversible. It's not. There's an old saying in Texas, it doesn't matter how much milk you spill as long as you don't lose your cow. 6, people think failure is a stigma. It's not. Sam Irvin Jr. said, defeat may serve as well as victory to shake the soul and let the glory out. 7. People think failure is final. It's not. So we must embrace failure. How do I get started? The first step towards success is leading yourself exceptionally well. What successful people must self-manage? Manage your emotions. Manage your time. Time is valuable. M. Scott Peck said, until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you will not do anything with it. Charles Spezzano says that people don't pay for things with money, they pay for them with time. 3. Manage your priorities. 80% of the time, work where you are strongest. 15% of the time, work where you are learning. 5% of the time, work in other necessary areas. Jim Collins wrote, most of us lead busy but undisciplined lives. 4. Manage your energy. ABC's energy drain. Activity without direction, doing things that don't seem to matter. Burden without action, not being able to do things that really matter. Conflict without resolution, not being able to deal with what does matter. 5. Manage your thinking. James Joyce said, your mind will give you back exactly what you put into it. 6. Manage your words. John Wooden, show me what you can do, don't just tell me what you can do. So successful people value action. Emily D. Garandin said, the power of words is immense. A well-chosen word has often sufficed to stop a flying army, to change defeat into victory, and to save an empire. 7. Manage your personal life. Success has been this, having those closest to me love and respect me the most. So lead yourself first. If you want to influence others, you must lead yourself. The better you are at making sure you're doing what you should be doing, the better chance you have for making an impact on others on being successful. The core qualities of success, part 2. How well do I work with people? It's no exaggeration to say that the ability to work with people is the most important ingredient for success. There are really 4 kinds of people when it comes to relationships. Some people add something to life. We enjoy them. D.M. Moody said, do all the good you can, to all the people you can, in all the ways you can, as long as ever you can. People who add value to others almost always do so intentionally. Frank Tigger says, friendships consist of a willing ear, an understanding heart, and a helping hand. Some people subtract something from life. We tolerate them. In relationships, receiving is easy. Giving is much more difficult. Some people multiply something in life. We value them. Some people divide something in life. We avoid them. Dividers are people who will really take you to the basement, meaning they'll take you down as low as they can, as often as they can. Dividers are so damaging because unlike subtractors, their negative actions are usually intentional. So take others to a higher level. Lifters commit themselves to daily encouragement. Lucius Seneca said, wherever there is a human being, there's an opportunity for kindness. So we must encourage others and do so daily. Lifters know the little difference that separates hurting and helping. The little things you do every day have a greater impact on others than you might think. A smile, rather than a frown, can make someone's day. Lifters initiate the positive in a negative environment. And lifters understand life is not a dress rehearsal. I expect to pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to a fellow creature, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. Do others find me trustworthy? Trust is the foundation of all relationships. Character is more than talk. Your character determines who you are. Who you are determines what you see, and what you see determines what you do. Talent is a gift, but character is a choice. As you live your life and make choices today, you are continuing to create your character. Character brings lasting success with people. People cannot rise above the limitations of their character. G. Allen Bernard said, the respect that leadership must have requires that one's ethics be without question. A leader not only stays above the line between right and wrong, he stays well clear of the gray areas. So building character, we have to search for the cracks, look for patterns, face the music, and rebuild. So how skilled am I at my work? To hit the mark, aim above it. So we have to raise our level of competence. 1, show up every day. 2, keep improving. 3, follow through with excellence. Willa A. Foster said, quality is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and skillful execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. 4, accomplish more than expected. 5, inspire others. So how competent are we? So there are only 3 types of people when it comes to this. 1, those who see what needs to happen. 2, those who can make it happen. And 3, those who can make it happen when it really counts. Which one are you? So getting in the game. To improve our competence, we must do the following. Get our head in the game. Redefine the standard. Find 3 ways to improve. You're only as good as your private standards. Do I keep going when others don't? Quitters never win, and winners never quit. So we have to be tenacious. That means giving all that we have, not more than we have. Working with determination, not waiting on destiny. Quitting when the job is done, not when we're tired. Robert Strauss said, success is a little like wrestling a gorilla. You don't quit when you're tired, you quit when the gorilla is tired. Napoleon Hill said, every successful person finds that great success lies beyond the point when they are convinced their idea is not going to work. A.L. Williams said, you beat 50% of the people in America by working hard. You beat the other 40% by being a person of honesty and integrity and standing for something. The last 10% is a dogfight in the free enterprise system. So we have to work harder and smarter, stand for something. So to succeed, we must act with absolute integrity. Make your work a game. Am I striving to keep learning? The day you stop growing is the beginning of the end of your success. So, our growth determines who we are determines who we attract, and who we attract determines the success of our organization. And there are 5 guidelines that help us cultivate and maintain a teachable attitude. 1, cure the destination disease. 2, overcome our success. 3, swear off shortcuts. 4, trade in our pride. Elliot Hubert said, the greatest mistake one can make in life is to continually fearing you will make one. 5, never pay twice for the same mistake. Teddy Roosevelt said, he who makes no mistakes makes no progress. If you don't like the crop you're reaping, check the seed you are sowing. We have to never stop growing. Observe how we react to mistakes, try something new, and learn in our area of strength. Part 3. Success at the next level. Am I willing to do the tough jobs? Successful people do things that unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. Successful people take the tough jobs. Successful people pay their dues. Sam Nunn said you have to pay the price. You'll find that everything in life exacts the price, and you will have to decide whether that price is worth the prize. George Hollis said nobody ever gave their best and ever regretted it. Successful people work in obscurity. Successful people succeed with difficult people. Good leaders, ones who learn to lead up, across, and down, find a way to succeed when people who are hard to work with. Instead of putting these difficult people in their place, they try to put themselves in their place. Successful people put themselves on the line. Successful people admit faults but never make excuses. McDonald Valentine said the higher the level you play, the less they accept excuses. Steve Brown said essentially there are 2 actions in life, performance and excuses. Make a decision as to which you will accept from yourself. Successful people do more than expected. Successful people are the first to step up and help. The kind of influence you gain from helping a peer is also gained with your leader when you step up to help others. The first person to volunteer is a hero and is given the 10 treatment. The second person is considered a helper and viewed as only slightly above average. The third person, along with everyone after it, is seen as a follower and is ignored. Successful people perform tasks that are not their job. So, the law of the big picture from the 21 irrefutable law says the goal is more important than the role. Successful people take responsibility for their responsibilities. So what are you willing to do? J.C. Penney said, unless you are willing to drench yourself in your work beyond the capacity of the average man, you're just not cut out for positions at the top. Am I ready to step up my game? Successful people become go-to players. Winning teams have players who make things happen. Go-to players produce when pressure's on. Go-to players produce when the resources are few. Go-to players produce when the momentum is low. There are momentum breakers, people who sabotage the leader or organization and actually sap momentum as a result. These people have terrible attitudes and represent the bottom 10% of the organization. The second group is comprised of the momentum takers, people who rarely take things as they come. They neither create nor diminish momentum, they simply flow with it. These people represent the middle 80%. The final group is the momentum makers, the people who move things forward and create momentum. These are the leaders in the organization and comprise the top 10%. These momentum makers make progress. They overcome obstacles. They help others move along. They actually create energy in the organization when the rest of the team is feeling tired or discouraged. Go-to players produce when the load is heavy. Go-to players produce when the leader is absent. Go-to players produce when time is limited. Am I ready to lead at the next level? To teach the next level, lead others to success. The key to moving up as an emerging leader is to focus on being successful where you are and leading well on that level, not on moving up the ladder. So 1, leadership is a journey that starts where you are, not where you want to be. Ken Rosenthal said, each time you decide to grow again, you realize you're starting at the bottom of another ladder. 2, leadership skills are the same, but the league of play changes. 3, great responsibilities come only after handling small ones well. St. Francis Assisi said, start doing what is necessary, then do what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Napoleon said, the only conquests which are permanent and leave no regrets are conquests over ourselves. 4, leading at your current level creates your resume for going to the next level. 5, when you can lead volunteers well, you can lead almost anyone. So, living on the next level. Donald McGannon said, leadership is action, not position. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's Summer Reset, our Wednesday Wake Up, focusing on Success 101 by John C. Maxwell. I hope you've taken a little bit away from it. I know I certainly have, especially with the way that John defines success. I think it's actually very important. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and I hope to see you in another video. Remember to always inspire some positivity today, guys. Bye!